Hey everyone, welcome back. Dan Shields here. Hey, today I'm going to go through a song by Kid Cudi called Love. Super cool vibe solo. It's sort of the hook solo on this thing, so it's not really a solo, but it's more of a part that's a hook. Some of you might guess that I'm not a huge Kid Cudi fan. I didn't actually know the artist at all until my son Dylan came to me and said, "There's this amazing guitar solo. I want to learn the part." And I do that sometimes for him to help him out on guitar. But I listened to it and I was kind of shocked because it was hard to figure out, and I couldn't figure out, especially the sounds were really tricky on this thing. So I don't know who the player is on this, but kudos to them. They sound great. They're doing a really good job. Let me walk through a little bit of the sounds though that I have on this thing. I would say what I have is an approximation of the sound, so I'm not totally nailing it. Normally I'm good at like getting a really close sound. I know what different amps and instruments sound like, but I couldn't quite figure this thing out. There was a lot of information. There's a left channel guitar that might be two separate guitars. There's a right channel guitar doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to be doing what I would call the right channel guitar. So a couple things on this. First of all, I think it sounds to me like it's an AC30 that is absolutely slammed, like it's going to catch on fire. It's the old Brian May from Queen trick. He would get this incredible sound just by turning these amps all the way up. It was hard on the amplifiers, but sounded amazing. And then he would put a I think it was a Dyna Ranger or something like that, treble booster on. So I do have a treble booster on. I do have a little bit of extra gain on this as well, but I'm using a Marshall sort of cranked up, and then I try to thin it out a little bit, so it's not the exact sound, but you'll hear it's pretty close. You can hear that treble booster in there. It's like ooey sound on top. But the key to this sound, and I do have some delay on and some reverb on as well, but the key is I put a harmonizer on this thing. And you can hear that. So I have a harmonizer that's up a fifth and up a third, and that third changes notes depending on the note that you play. So this is the sound. I'll play the solo with the sound, then I'll walk through it without it. So incidentally, if you guys know who played guitar on this or anything about the track, post it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. I'll be really bummed out though if this was just a drag and a drop type of like synthesizer, soft synth or something that sounded like a guitar. Sounds like guitar to me though. It sounds like the guy's approaching it in a guitarist type of way, and sounds wonderful. All right, let me walk through the parts. I'm going to take off this harmonizer so you can actually hear what I'm doing. So I'm in the key of F. So that's the F major pentatonic. One note on this, he is going laterally up and down along the neck, so he's actually playing the notes of the scale sort of like that. That's a super important thing to be able to do. Just a side commercial on this. I'm going to be releasing this Guitar Daily workout that are all these exercise books. I'm going to have 12 of them, and I think pretty soon I should release 9 and 10 within the next year. So they're all finished up. I just have to release them. But those ones actually go through being able to play a scale up along one string, and you do a lot of practice on one string. It's a very important thing as a guitar player to be able to do, but a difficult thing. So anyhow, he's going to start off out of the major scale, and he's going to take this, the B flat note, and he's going to go downward. So he's going to start at the top of the bend. One note with that, when you do that, be careful not to overbend. You hear it doesn't sound good, so if you underbend a little bit, it'll still work, but then he goes up to D, E, but when he does it, he does this sort of Brian May thing again, this fast downward vibrato. Normally I do like this softer vibrato, but he's almost like a B.B. King type of vibrato. D, then C up to D. So again, really good bender. And you want to make sure those notes are right to the pitch. Then he goes down to the D, F, A. So 3, 6, 10. Then he goes up to the C note. So I'm doing a hammer pull off. And then a slide down right after that. So that's D, C, D, G. And then I'm going to bend this D note. So I bend fast up and slow down. And then same thing, a hammer on pull off and slide. So I pick, and then same thing, pick. And I'm going to do C, A, C, A, F. All right, one more time with the harmonizer to hear it. And those are the parts for it. At least the solo is pretty close to correct, but hopefully you guys will be able to work through the sound. I think I got it pretty close, but hopefully it'll at least give you a head start on tracking down the sound. And of course, if you don't have a harmonizer, just play it with heavy distortion, a lot of gain on it, and be careful with those bends. So hopefully that helped you a little bit. And until next time, God bless.